Good afternoon. So, welcome to our discussion on chapter 5, exhalation and delibiation of planets. So, basically, these videos I am making to share knowledge on astrology, how to understand astrology. These are very basic points on which astrology works, and also I'll be discussing only basic things which I know. We're not going into any deep discussions or deep points. Astrology is a vast ocean and there is no end for learning in it. So let's start with basics. Today we will be discussing on exhalation and delibiation of planets. So what does this mean? This means that our planets in a chart are placed in different houses as we have discussed in previous classes. Now these planets, when placed in certain rashis, are considered very powerful and they give very good results pertaining to their karakas, whereas planets when placed in certain rashis gives results which are very negative pertaining to the karakas. Example, I can say sun when very strong can give very good positions, good government support, can give good HOD post, good temple priest like post, power. So these things will be there. But at the same time, when sun is delibiated, it gives inferior complex. When exalted, when strong, it gives confidence. But when it is delibiated, it gives inferior complex. Same way, when it is exalted, it gives power. But when it is delibiated, it loses power or it becomes very weak with no power, no political power, no commanding power, no kingliness. Sun represents kingliness. So when it is strong, it gives all its positive points: kingliness, bossing, and political connections, all these kinds. But when it is negative, it loses all those things. So that's how we mean by exhalation and delibiation. And the degree varies. When it is exalted, it gives 100%. When it is delibiated, it loses everything and gives only 0%. And in between that, when the planet is placed in different kinds of rashis, sometimes friend rashi, sometimes enemy rashi, accordingly its strength varies. Just like in this chart you see, when a planet is placed in an exalted position, it gives 100% power. But when it is in Mula Trikona, it gives 75. When it is in own sign, it gives 50%. When it is a great friend, 37. Friend, 25. Neutral, 12. Enemy, 6. Greater enemy, 3. Delibiated, 0. So basically, you can't go only by these numbers. When an astrologer reads the chart, he will have given some situations. Example, somebody comes and says, what is the probability of the person getting married in this 6 months? So at that time we have to see charts. See, the native would have been trying very hard to get married and there is a alliance also going on. Now but when we see the chart, we get, if all the supporting points are there, then we can say 100%. But if the supporting points are less, if the planet is not in a good position, is not strong, it is somewhere in between, then we can give some number, say 50%, 60% chance, like that. If it is totally delibiated, that means we say that marriage is not conducive or marriage may not stay. Okay, so then it becomes 0%. So it's an in between a scale of 0 to 100. 100 means exalted, which is very strong to give the results, but 0 means very weak, which will give negative results. So in that way, an astrologer with experience will start predicting things, the probability of things happening. Okay, so that comes with experience. Hence, people interested in learning astrology, after learning these few basic points, so start reading charts. Even though they make mistakes, it doesn't matter. The more charts we read, the more mistakes we make, the more experience may become, and we give better predictions. That's how it is. Now we'll see which all planets give what all results in different kinds of houses. Now Sun. Now Sun gives very good results in Aries. Okay. So when Sun is in Aries, that is point 1 or number 1, and at that too at the degree 10. Okay, it is 100% going to give its results. That person, if somebody is born with Aries, Sun in Aries and at 10 degrees, that means he is going to be a kingly nature person. He will be very confident in his work, he has good physique, bones are strong, he has good connections with politics, again supported by other planets also, but generally he has good support, political connections, or within his own organization he may be a dominant person, decision making person. Okay, so when we say politics, it doesn't mean always to be like the national politics or state politics. No, even within his organization there are things happening, so he is in a commanding positions to take decisions. That's how we mean. But that is Aries. If you go to the third column, which says delibiation, same when Sun is in Libra, Sun becomes very weak. So such a person, as I told you, will be less of confidence. He will not have good position in his office, good respect in his office. He will not be in a respectable position, and he will not be. Well, you can expect some breaks in his bones, accidents, such things, fractures. Okay. The last column we see Mula Trikona. Mula Trikona is the next best position to exaltation. It's like sitting in his own office, and person is tend to do the work. He is supposed to do his work. Like a person, when he goes to office, he can't play around. But when he's in work from home, he can play around. When the call comes, he can lift the call and attend the work. That becomes exaltation. He is very comfortable in exaltation, but in Mula Trikona, he is in office. He strictly has to do the work. So that way, when Sun is in Mula Trikona, he is in Leo, and he sincerely does his work. In Aries, he will do, but he will do in an enjoyable mode. Whenever he wants, he will do. But in Leo, he has to do. So studiously, Sun will do its duties. That is called Mula Trikona. Same way, Moon. Moon is exalted in Taurus. Taurus belongs to Venus. Moon is exalted in Taurus at 3 degrees. Generally, when we see the charts, if Moon is there in Taurus, we consider it as exalted. Generally, I don't go so deep into the degrees, but there are astrologers who go very deep into the degrees and do all those minute surgeries also. Not into that. So Moon is exalted in Taurus, which means when Moon is exalted, that mind is strong, mother is very good, mother is very comfortable. Okay, these things will be there. Mother nature will be very nice, and mind is also stable. He loves good food, cooks food, good with liquids, profit from liquids. All those things will be there. At the same time, when Moon is in delibiation, that is in Scorpio, very weak. That means the first question you have to ask the native is, how is your mind? Is your mind very sensitive? Second question you will ask is, how is your mother? Is your mother health good, or she's how do you look at her mother? Is healthy? Such kinds of question you have to ask, because Moon represents mother, Moon represents mind, Moon represents liquids, Moon represents export and import. So automatically, when you say this, you will have to understand. When it is in Taurus, that means everything is good. When it is Scorpio, means something will be wrong in this field. Same way with the Sun. When Sun Aries, if Sun is in Aries in a good house, consider his father is very good and he has support from his father. Okay, that's how the predictions happen. Now, when Moon is in Cancer, as I told you, Moon is in own house. Cancer belongs to Moon, so it is in own house. It is comfortable. So naturally, mother and other things like his mind, everything will be fine. And also these results we have to see in line with the planets which are aspecting them. Aspects I have not covered, I will be covering in the next class. Now generally understand these things. Okay. Next comes Mars. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Capricorn belongs to Saturn. So Mars will give very good results when it is in Capricorn. So Mars nature is military, angry, fiery, active, hyperactive basically, and blood, surgery, all those things. So when Mars is in this Capricorn, consider these things to be highlighted. Same way when Mars is in Cancer, that means it is delibiated, which again means its results like harshness, the activityness, everything will be reduced a bit. It will not be so high as compared to Capricorn. But still Mars anywhere is Mars. Maybe we can say that when Mars is in Cancer delibiated, it doesn't get so much of angry. It doesn't is not such a fighting character. Basically Mars people are very angry, immediately a small hurt in their ego, they become furious and start fighting. That happens. And Mars when in Aries is like Mula Trikona, it does its duty. So whatever is assigned in that house or Rashi, it will do. It's a good position for Mars to be in Aries. Next, Mercury in Virgo. Mercury in Virgo, Kanya Rashi is exalted at 15 degrees. When in this position, Mercury gives analytical knowledge, mastering languages, and all those kinds of writing, business, trading, all these things will be good. But when it is in Pisces, it is delibiated. So when Pisces is delibiated means these things will be again down, like mastering language may be weak, maybe you're having stammering problem, maybe speech is not good, his trade business will not be good. Okay, so losses related to trade, loss due to some documents, mismatching of documents, something like that. All these things will be there. Mula Trikona of Mercury is also Virgo, so when Mercury is in Virgo, consider it to be very good. Next, Jupiter. Jupiter is considered exalted in Cancer, that is moon sign. So when Jupiter is exalted, people will have very good wisdom, very religious or dharmic, good professor kind of thing, law, a judge. So these people are considered intellectuals or wisdom, people with wisdom. They speak, their words have weightage. So that's what happens to them. So Jupiter here is in Cancer gives very good results. But same Jupiter when in Capricorn is very weak, especially for women. If Jupiter is in 10th house, that means husband will be weak. In the sense marriage will be weak, no profits from husband, or they may not marry, or the marriage may not last long due to various reasons. So especially if Jupiter in 5th house delibiated, I found that their loves, marriages fail, and children also fail. They don't get children or something like that. And Sagittarius, it is his own house, so it will give good results. Sagittarius is also in the 9th house, basically in the original chart. So it's dharmic in nature. So that's how the results come out. Same way when Venus is in 12th house, or Pisces, Venus is delibiated, exalted, it's exalted. So such persons will have very good a luxurious life. They have a lot of articles to enjoy, they spend a lot and they earn a lot. So that's one nature of Venusians in Pisces. They spend a lot and they earn a lot. Whatever they earn, they spend it, but they enjoy their life. Degree given is 26.7 degree. Same way when Venus is in Virgo, it is delibiated. That means generally for men, wives is a problem, getting marriage is a problem. When Venus is delibiated, people experience problem in sex life, maybe diseased, it is related to sexual organs, such things may happen. Mula Trikona is Libra, that means Venus will perform good in Libra and it will do its duty, attractive, all those things related to Venus will be there. Now coming down, Saturn is exalted in Libra, that means it will give very good results in Libra. Saturn, people generally consider it to be malefic, but even malefically it will give good results. if the Ashtavarga points is more, then results will be good. If Ashtavarga points are less, Binna Ashtavarga whatever, then the results also will be accordingly. But Saturn in Libra will give good results. That like many people, they will be having working under them, or they may be a good in service, hardworking, patient. All these characters will be there. Same way when Saturn is in Aries, it's delibiated. That means that person is full of troubles, disease, has a lot of diseases, or not so happy in life because things happen slowly to him. Such kinds of results will be there in Aries. When Saturn is in Aquarius, it is Mula Trikona, it's considered good. So results also will be good. So this is a very important topic, because whenever you see a chart, we have to see the planets. The planets are exalted or delibiated or in enemy house, in friendly house. So in between exaltation and delibiation, there are other planets, like we discussed in the previous chart. So accordingly, we have to give results to them. Then finally, this chart I am just sharing. People can take a screenshot, try to by heart them. Even this, you can by heart them. Important is exaltation, delibiation. Mula Trikona is easy to remember, because whichever planet is in its own house is giving good results related to the Karaka or the house. So consider Mula Trikona is simple to remember, but exaltation and delibiation, new people will not feel difficult, but as you practice astrology, it will become easy. So this is basically same thing. The degrees they have given, one can if they are able to remember the degrees, it's well and good. But still, any planet in its Mula Trikona or exaltation is tend to give better results. See, when natives come to astrologer, they are not going to ask exactly what is happening. So they will also be in a field. So you can give a confident answer. Okay, it's an exhaustion position somewhere in the middle. Okay, we can say these things are good. 70 to 80% is good. So you can expect the results. So that kind of confidence can be given. So this is for today. So people can new people, beginners can understand this and by heart them. Okay, thank you very much.